we are Hannah and Kylie with Brighter Beats, and this is Lion in the Main. Do you guys want to go down the line and introduce yourselves?
Hello, I'm John. I play guitar, piano, and sing.
Hi, I'm Zach. I play bass and sing backing vocals.
Hi, my name is Andrew, and I play guitar and sing backing vocals and play piano. And my favorite food's pizza.
I'm Johnny, and I just play drums.
That's it.
And I have a sweet caterpillar mustache.
It does it good.
Fix it.
You got that going for you, which is nice.
Okay. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
All right, so a lot of people get caught up in the whole genre thing, but you guys have like a lot of sounds going on, from what I hear. I actually listen to the album and I really like it. So you guys have to kind of give yourself the freedom to do that, to have different sounds, and I think especially with an album called The Noise War, kind of portrays that you have a lot going on with your sound. So what do you think about that? And do you like that you kind of aren't stuck to one thing?
Well, I mean,
Start it off.
no, I was going to say, I think we sort of, when people ask me at least, like, how to describe our band, the best answer I can ever give someone is, please go listen to it and tell me what we are, because we don't really know. We tend to straddle that line between, pop rock, and we sort of get a little into the Warped Tour thing, but not too much.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think, definitely one of the ideas behind, the name, The Noise War, is that it's sort of, cohesion and chaos a little bit, but also, it's sort of us sort of taking a stand and going, we're going to do this, and you can't put us in any category.
And we all have like different backgrounds and style of music we all listen to. It's really weird. Everyone's favorite band is not the same.
Yeah,
band,
leading
so,
into that, obviously from the production on your album and the different physical instruments that you used, it kind of anyone listening to it can totally tell that you have a very varied taste in music. So what sort of influenced that? Like, what are each of your biggest influences in bringing music to the table?
I started playing drums because of Travis Barker, basically.
Okay.
But I was 11 when I started.
Cool.
But I was into that whole punk scene. But I also I'm from Florida, from the beach. So I like Sublime and the reggae kind of stuff and hip hop. But it's that no one likes when I'm driving in the van and I have a playlist. Everyone hates my playlist because it's the opposite. Everyone has a different playlist.
We're always trying to sleep, and it's like, kill everyone.
No.
I get a little death metal every now and then, but it's mostly that. But all of us, again, we have really weird, different genres that we all like, and it's weird how we all get in the same room together and kind of come to something like that. You know what I mean? So.
And it works, which is, it can always be, I know, Andrew sort of is more into the classic rock type stuff, and he sort of, it was interesting when he joined the band. He said to us a bunch of times he didn't really listen to any of the music that we listened to, because we all sort of grew up listening to stuff like Jimmy Eat World and Save the Day and the Get Up Kids for John, and it was just sort of like we were all coming from very different directions musically in terms of what we grew up with and what sort of formed our own style, but it comes together really well, I think.
Okay. And you guys have been compared to bands like Angels and Airwaves and Danger Summer, so they kind of do a lot in the recording studio. So is there a weird object that you've used in the past?
The craziest thing we've ever used was actually on our demo. It was called In the Unwinding, and I think I was the only one in the band at that time. Well, Dimitri and I. And we used a lap steel with an EBO, which is like a light that shines and creates a vibration. And instead of using a slide, we used a screwdriver. Made this really kind of cool sonic-y sounding thing. It was rad. Other than that, we're pretty typical, straightforward. Yeah.
I hit the drums really hard. So, yeah.
We do try and use keyboards and stuff in interesting ways. I mean, from a band where from the outside view we kind of look like we're just kind of a couple dudes playing guitar with a bass and a drum, but there's a lot of synthesizers and keyboards and a lot of experimentation that way. Not even just with the recording, what makes it on the record, but with the inspiration for the song as well can sometimes come from that kind of place. It's something different about the full the Noise War than the EP. It's a little bit further along.
And your album was mastered by a Grammy-winning master engineer, so that's really cool. Did you guys take away anything special from working with him? Did you learn from him? How was that process?
John, you didn't go, did you?
Yeah, I did go.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Really super humbling, super cool. you know, he let John listen to like his favorite record, like a remaster that like he did. Like, it was pretty sweet. And just to work with somebody that at that caliber that kind of can give you guys, you know, give us a compliment, like he really kind of dug the record and dug what we were doing, you know, and really did make it sound that much better, which we were all very happy with, like the regular production, but that just kind of took it over the top, and yeah, it was really awesome.
I'm kind of superstitious, and I didn't want the album to have 13 tracks. I wanted the intro and the first song to like be one track.
I like the intro.
And he was like, 13 tracks is rad. And I was like, well, I don't have a Grammy, so I'm just going to...
Yeah, right.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Got like a stroke of case.
He liked our music video the other day, too, which I was like, wow, he still pays attention to us.
For Waiting?
Yeah.
So did you guys have like a big influence into the production of that, or did someone kind of...
That was Dave. I mean, it was Dave's idea. The guy who directed, his name was Dave.
Dave's coming tonight, by the way.
He's coming tonight.
Yeah, he's coming tonight.
I'm kidding.
Did directly with Insight Media, is that his company?
Yeah,
yeah.
And Matt too.
So yeah, no, he had an idea, you know, and he had sort of like, you know, a couple ideas for a couple songs, and I think that's the one that we ended up landing on, and it has this sort of sci-fi-ish kind of, you know.
Yeah, the light.
Exactly. So I was really into that. I think we all were, and then, you know, it all sort of came together. Relatively like do it yourself, but it was still a really big production, and a lot of people working on favors, and a lot of people helping out, and a lot of, I think, luck, you know, with like things going right and things just turning out right. So
he had this really cool idea for like the ring, like John running through the rings was supposed to be some kind of like purgatory.
Okay, so it's like we're all representative stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's. I mean I think you can definitely look into stuff, you know, like you know, deeper than face value. I mean obviously it's just. To me, it's a cool looking video. I mean, you know, given the story behind it and how it sort of played out on camera, I think honestly, you know, those guys did a phenomenal job, and you know, we could not be more happy with how it turned out.
Okay, so this tour that you're on now, you're at the end of it, and it's kind of been a long, like 4-week run tour. That's pretty impressive. Would you guys rather play something, you know, like that, a smaller tour in these small venues where you have more connection with your audience and things like that, or would you rather kind of be around home and having the opportunity to open for larger tours that come into town?
Either way, it's fine.
Oh,
Either way,
good.
I mean,
we're both. We're lucky enough to like, not lucky enough, but we live in New York City, so you know, I won't say that we're lucky, but I mean, it's you know, it's the kind of city that lends itself to like, you know, you have Long Island, you have New York, you have like
New Jersey,
massive shows that you can open up for, but then also you're able to go on like a regional, you know, or a national tour and still cover a lot of ground that way.
We're contenders for a 3-month-long tour coming up in the late summer, and being 4 weeks into tour right now, I'm like, I don't really want to do it, but like 2 weeks from now when I'm at home and going back to work, I'll be like, oh, I really want to go on for 3 months.
For me, like one day, probably.
Yeah, we get, I mean, you know,
a day, and then I want to get back out.
In the immediate aftermath of tours like this, you know, you just sort of go, oh my God, I need to go home and go to bed. But then, you know, we sort of get cabin fever as a band in terms of being home. We're just like, literally maybe a month after we get back, we're all itching to go back on the road, just because, I mean, you know, New York's our home and we love it, but you know, touring is basically how we're building this band. I mean, it's the best way we know how is just to really interact with fans face to face. So, you know, for us, touring is our bread and butter. And, you know, the more we can do that, the better.
Yeah, makes sense. And you guys have played a lot of like festival showcases. I know you did the one down in Texas.
South by.
Yeah. So what's
5 showcases actually.
So what's that experience like compared to just like being on a tour, like doing that?
That's great. I mean, I feel like that, you know, was definitely one of like the main points of, you know, the tour in terms of just being able to get down to Texas, but do it in like a, you know, do it in a smart way where you're playing towns all the way down. Aside from even just hitting like the bigger areas where we're, you know, a little more well known, which is like the East Coast for us. You know, to go down, to not just go down the East Coast of Texas and back up the East Coast. Like we went around, you know, so you're hitting everybody, but you're also not just like driving straight to Texas and back. And it's phenomenal. Like in terms of the other bands that you can meet, the other bands that you link up with and talk to and network. I mean, and like, you know, the more you get into the scene, kind of immerse yourself into that scene, and people can come and see you, and it's just like one of those. It's one of those great things. It's a little bit of like it's a little chaotic being there. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of bands. It's like crazy to like load in and load out, like as stupid as that is. And,
yeah.
I mean,
South by is really its own animal.
Yeah,
it
is.
But
it's great.
It's fun, and you get to meet a whole lot of people from all over the country, all over the world. People come from everywhere to South by Southwest, and you honestly never know who you're gonna meet at a bar or a party or a showcase or something. We got really lucky with most of our showcases this year, where we were playing right in the heart of Austin, Texas, which is 6th Street. Like, it's literally just lined with bars that double as venues during South by. And literally, I mean, we. Not to brag or anything, but we did kind of stop traffic a little bit whenever we were playing, because we would be playing right by a window onto that main drag, so people would just sort of stop and yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The kids who can't drink would just sort of stand there outside and look. But
just passing alcohol through the window.
Yeah, there you go.
No, it's
we
don't.
Sprite.
No,
It's really Sprite.
We do not condone that.
I love Spri.
But yeah, it's really good experience. I think that was our 3rd or 4th time doing it, John. How many times have you guys done South by?
4th year.
Fourth, yeah. It's this band.
But I mean, there's all kinds of people. Like after you get done playing, people will approach you, like a lot of small little startup internet things or ways, a lot of like creative ways to promote music and to promote artists and to kind of, create like databases or to try and get your music out there. Like and they're not massive things, but they're people that are passionate about it and trying to do it, and you're like a new artist to them, and that's the coolest part about it.
Yeah, it's a hub for very driven people.
It is.
All right. Yeah, and that's it, guys. So to sign off, since our site is called Brighter Beats, what is one song from each of you that you can always, if you're having a terrible day, it's your go-to song. You turn it on to feel better.
It can be
Man, you're gonna hit me with
It can
that.
be
Wow.
pleasure.
No,
You guys are gonna have to edit this part.
There is that song that really gets me in a good mood. It's
Benny and the
Benny and the Jazz.
Benny
is
and the
one.
Okay.
Benny and the Jazz is one that really gets me going. Actually, I really get happy when I hear that song. Actually,
Yeah,
I'm going with that one. Yeah.
Me? I don't know. I always like to put on.
For real?
Yeah, no, like I like a lot of classic stuff. If I hear anybody play guitar, I can always listen to Van Halen to get in a good mood or like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Probably Louis Armstrong, Hello Dolly. That's a good one for me. Happy.
I think I tend towards the song "Futures" by Jimmy Eat World.
Okay.
It's a little, it's upbeat and
An album that I've been listening to a lot is a 4-Year Strong album, so that kind of gets me going.
yeah.
Their songs are really really make you feel good. Like, it's a great day to be alive and stuff like that. It's like, okay, like, it is a great day to be alive. Like, hey, I don't want to, I'm going to go to my closet. I don't want to go out. Yeah, cool.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Brighter Beats, check it out.
Thank you.
Thank you.